Hearing of the Commission will come to order. And good morning to all of you. Welcome to today's hearing on the Magnitsky Act at 5 years, assessing accomplishments and challenges. Before we begin today, I want to recognize Ambassador David Killian. Yes, just stand for a moment. Thank you, David. The Helsinki Commission Chief of Staff, who is retiring at the end of this month after 23 years of federal service. Senator Cardin and I joined together to appoint Ambassador Killian to direct the Commission at a key moment shortly after Russia's invasion of Crimea in 2014. So let's give Ambassador Killian a round of applause. Ambassador Killian's leadership has contributed greatly to enhancing the stature and impact of our Commission as it develops U.S. policy responses to critical security threats in the OSCE region. With his considerable diplomatic skills, he has also managed to keep our Commission unified, enabling us to speak with a strong voice when necessary on issues such as Russia's violation of its Helsinki commitments. In addition, Ambassador Killian has extended Commission leadership to new and critically relevant policy areas, such as the effort to combat kleptocracy. As such, this hearing is a perfect capstone to Ambassador Killian's work for us. Ambassador, thank you for your public service. This is the Commission's final hearing of 2017.
Mr. Chairman, just on Ambassador Killian, if I could, just for one moment, because I just really want to join you in thanking Ambassador Killian for his service to the Helsinki Commission and to our country. He had a distinguished career as an ambassador to UNESCO and brought that talent to the Helsinki Commission. What we really love about this commission and its work, it's never been partisan, it's been professional, and Mr. Killian has continued that legacy during extremely difficult, turbulent times. So I want to thank him for his service to our country, thank him for his service to this commission, and wish him well.
Thank you, Senator Cardin. And I'm sure you've expressed the feelings of us all. The Magnitsky Act was authored by Senator McCain, Senator Cardin, and me to hold accountable the Russians who were responsible for the torture and murder of tax attorney Sergei Magnitsky in 2012. Why was the Helsinki Commission concerned about this particular crime? The mandate of the Helsinki Commission requires us to monitor the acts of the signatories which reflect compliance with or violation of the articles of the final act of the Conference on Security and Cooperation in Europe, also known as the Helsinki Final Act. Those articles deal with commitments in three major areas or baskets: security, economics, and the human dimension. The case that ended with Sergei Magnitsky's tragic death concerned major violations in two of these three baskets: massive corruption in Russia, which the OSCE attempts to deal with through economic measures, and the egregious human rights violations involved in the unspeakable treatment of Sergei Magnitsky. The 5 years that have elapsed since the passage of the Magnitsky Act and the 8 years that have elapsed since Mr. Magnitsky's murder have certainly shown that our concern with Russia's unchecked corruption and wanton disregard for human rights was well-founded. In that time, corruption has continued to eat away at the fabric of Russian society, enabling further misbehavior both within and beyond Russia's borders. The state at this point can truly be described as a kleptocracy, where Putin rules with the help of a group of cronies whose loyalty is guaranteed by transfers of wealth stolen from the Russian people. Russia has violated the territorial integrity of a European state and interfered with the elections of a number of OSCE participating states, including the United States. And of course, Russian citizens continue to suffer from the policies of their own government on a daily basis. Russian opposition leader Boris Nemtsov, who was himself murdered in 2015 within sight of the Kremlin walls, deemed the Magnitsky Act, quote, the most pro-Russia law for justice. We do sincerely hope that the Magnitsky Act will one day lead to justice, not only for Sergei Magnitsky and his family and friends, but also for all Russians who suffer violations of their universal rights by a state that believes it is accountable to no one.